Very good afternoon, everyone. I know this is not the best of the time to have a session, right after lunch session, but I'll try to keep it a bit interactive in terms of, what I could deliver. So, with a very quick introduction, let me just quickly introduce myself. I am Indu Dhara, and I'm part of the solution advisory team at SAP. And as Dave was mentioning, what we intend to do today is to give you a glimpse of how SAP S4 HANA can help you run your business while you can focus on running your business. How, from an IT point of view, SAP S4 HANA can help you. So this particular presentation I have divided into three sections. So we will start with a brief about how technology has changed our lives. How has the technological evolution changed our lives, changed our business, the way we work, the way we live. And then we will move on to what are some of the trends which are emerging in the market in terms of technology. Later, we will see as to how SAP has also, kind of stepped up in terms of technological innovations as and when the technology has changed. How have we as a technology company stepped up to give, those business solutions to our customers and enable them to grow further. Then we'll talk about, SAP's solution in this space. Of course, we have, S4 HANA as the core, but we also do have intelligent enterprise framework, which will take you through. So that's the broad level agenda. Please feel free to type in your questions in the chat box. Probably we'll take it at the end of the session. So post my session, it would be one 15-20 minutes session from our partner from EDS Technologies. Right. So with that, let me just quickly start off today's presentation. As I said, we will take you through a bit of what is happening as industrial trends or technological trends. So, past decade or 5-6 years has been really immense in terms of how technology has innovated itself, right? So, if I want to know anything in the world, all I need is a mobile phone and an internet connection, right? So, if I want to know something about a city, I just log into my mobile and I go to an app, probably a TripAdvisor or any other app, just check out. So, it gives me answers, it gives me recommendations even before I ask it, right? All I need to do is type in a city, or even the location enables it. So I can get to know things that I need to do in that cities, things I can book for a restaurant, I can book a cab. Everything is there on my mobile phone. So mobiles and the algorithms behind the mobiles have certainly changed the way we live, the way we work, right? And that's what has also transformed when it comes to the business world. The world is changing, rapidly adopting to newer technologies, be it AI, be it machine learning, be it predictive maintenance, or be it artificial intelligence or IoT, etc. So some of the facts and figures that you see are from studies done by research organizations, technological innovators, etc. Some of them are from Gartner, some of them are from IDCs of the world. So you can see that there has been a considerable, significant movement towards the newer technologies. So we see that when it comes to IoT, almost 54% last year's growth in mobile data traffic has been increased. Same with machine learning, same with artificial intelligence. So you see that a lot of companies are moving towards cognitive and AI based solutions. They are moving towards machine learning, trying to adopt to this machine learning thing so that they avoid human errors, and the machine can recommend them, learn and recommend what is the best possible way to solve a particular problem. So we see that on the whole, when it comes from Gartner or when it comes from IDC, most of the things when it comes to technology has been rapidly adopting to these newer innovations, right? With that, just let me give you a very quick introduction about SAP, though you would all know about SAP. So very quick introduction there. SAP, as you know, is a global technology solutions provider. We have around 96,000 plus employees spread across 130 countries. We have our customers spread across 180 plus countries, and some of the facts and figures about our revenue, about who do we address in terms of the companies, etc., are there. But the key thing to note here is that we, as a technology solutions company, invest a lot in R&D, and that's where we say that we have 100 plus development centers across the world trying to innovate to these newer technologies as and when they come into the world, right? And also we have a very wide ecosystems when it comes to our partners. So around 18,000 plus partners worldwide. That's a huge ecosystems, our partner ecosystem, who help us in consulting, who help us in implementation for our customers, etc. And one of the key things that to note here is that a lot of organizations have a misconception that SAP is only for larger customers, but our data says otherwise. So almost 75 to 80% of our customers are in the SME segment, right? So not only we are a global leader, but also our footprint is across, and we address the core business challenges right from an SME segment to the mid-size to the large companies as well, right? When it comes to how the digital era has evolved into the intelligence era, so when it was 1960s or 1980s, it was mainly to do with the mainframes and PCs, wherein the revolution was mainly around the transistor, silicon revolution, emergence of PCs happened. When it came to industry, it was majorly to do with industry automation, right? Then we moved on to the client server and model in the 1990s to the 2000s, wherein a lot of companies adopted to the PC, a lot of companies adopted to the internet, to the ERP, etc. So they moved from industrial automation to business process automation. How can I optimize my business processes? How can I more efficiently do things, optimizing the business process at my end, right? Then it moved on to the cloud, mobile, and big data in the 2000s, wherein mobile smartphones became very key to not only to your life but also to your work as well, right? That's where the digital transformation of a lot of companies started happening. Now it has moved on to the intelligent technologies, wherein whatever I talked about in the last slide about machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain, these are the newer intelligent technologies that the companies are moving to. And that's where a technology solutions company like us have also come up with the concept of intelligent enterprise. So we are moving from industrial automation to business process automation to digital transformation to intelligent enterprise, right? So what does it mean when we say intelligent enterprise? So majorly, as we saw the buckets of the number of years, right? So from industrial automation to business process to digital transformation to intelligent enterprises, what we saw was the repetitive tasks started getting reduced, right? And automation started increasing. And thereby, the employees of the organization or the organization on the whole could invest itself in doing high value tasks, which brings in more business for them. Not worrying about the technology part of it. They could reduce the repetitive tasks, they could increase the automation, and they could increase high value tasks, which could potentially mean that they could innovate in their business and bring in more growth to their company, right? But amidst this as well, we see that a lot of customers or businesses face new challenges when there is a digital disruption, right? So if you take, for example, the CX level, management employees, management team across organizations, they would have their questions in terms of digital disruption. When it comes to the CEO or CFO, the questions would be that how can I fund innovation for tomorrow while I can still run my current business with a profitable growth? Whereas for a CMO or a CRO, the question would be that how can I give my customers a better experience? How can I, while selling more is certainly a key to grow my business, but also giving that experience to my customer so that he comes back to me regularly. That's the question that the CMO or the CRO or the head of sales have. When it comes to CIO, the major question would be, right, I have the systems now in place, but how do I really get insights and analytics out of the system so that, it could help my business users on one hand, it could also help my top management to get that actionable insights from the system. And for a CHRO, the questions would be that how can I engage my employee, so that I can have my employees retained in my organization, because employees are one of the key pillars of any organization, right? So that's where employee engagement becomes very key for the CHRO. Right, and that's where SAP is today uniquely positioned to deliver the intelligent enterprise. So we saw how things have been moving from business process automation to intelligent enterprise, and how SAP is uniquely positioned. Now we have been in the market for 45 plus years now, And not only do we provide end-to-end integrated solutions across your different processes of your procurement, sales, finance, manufacturing, but also we come with that industry expertise, right? So we have solutions which can cater to almost 25 plus industries, starting from your automotive, or be it your aerospace and defense, or be it your industrial machinery and components, or be it your FMCG sector, or be it your oil and gas sector, etc. We have industry expertise across 25 plus industries, and with the newer solutions, we are also trying to get intelligence embedded to our core solutions as part of our product roadmap, right? And that's been the growth story of SAP when it comes to how we have also evolved, keeping in mind the technological evolution that's happened across the world. So if you see, almost we have been in the innovation sector for almost 46 years now. And one of the key things to note here is that almost 74-75% of world's transaction revenue touches an SAP system somewhere or the other. So that's a very, very big number. 74% of the world's transaction revenue touches an SAP system at the back end. So that kind of which SAP operates. And at the bottom of the screen, of course, you have how we have kind of evolved over a period of time, right, from 1930s to moving from mainframes to client server model to web-based solutions to digital core to cloud to intelligent suite. So how we have moved, we have come a long way along with our customers, trying to co-innovate with our customers to this particular point where intelligent enterprise is what we have come up with. Right. So with that, while we talked about how SAP has been uniquely positioned to give you that intelligent enterprise, and how SAP has evolved, we will talk about what is our strategy to deliver the intelligent enterprise. Right. So in intelligent enterprise concept that we talk about, there are three major pillars. If you see at this particular diagram here, there is an intelligent suite, there is intelligent technologies, and there is digital platform. So let me just explain one by one. So the intelligent suite is nothing but a combination of all the applications. Now this would combine the digital core, which is at the center here. When I say the digital core, it would comprise of all your core business processes. Now, a lot of research organizations like Gartner have come up with this bimodal architecture, wherein they say that in mode one you run your core business without any disruption. In mode two, you innovate with newer technologies. So that's where we say that this digital core helps you run your core process of your procurement, sales, finance, manufacturing, projects, research, etc. But in case once you start growing and once your scale becomes really big, we also have a host of other applications, right from customer experience to manufacturing and supply chain to people engagement to network and spend management, right? So we have a host of solutions apart from the core which can help you whenever you scale to greater heights. That's on the intelligent suite part. Now, for any intelligent suite or the suite of applications to run, you need a strong digital platform, which is in layman terms a database, you could call. That's where we have come up with the HANA database, which is an in-memory, kind of a processing engine, which helps you, achieve better performance, higher efficiency when it comes to the database. So that's where the HANA comes in. Now, SAP Cloud Platform is something that you may require in case you want to extend the solutions of SAP, in case you want to integrate with your third-party systems, in case you want to build new screens, or in case you would want to do certain customization. That's where SAP Cloud Platform will help you. Now, we talked about the intelligent suite and we talked about the digital platform on which the suite or the application is based on. Next comes the intelligent technologies, which is a combination of your AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, analytics, etc. So we have tried embedding all these into the solution now. Probably when we touch deeper with each one of you, we could come and explain to you as to how these have been kind of embedded in our solutions going forward. Right, I'll probably skip this. So So just to come to S4HANA piece of it, so how S4HANA is different from any other ERP or even our erstwhile ERPs, how is it better compared to other ERPs? One is S4HANA is completely device independent. It can run on your desktop, laptop, tablets, or even on your phone, right? So it could run on any device. So it is also browser independent. It could run on your Internet Explorer, it could run on your Google Chrome, it could run on your Safari or Mozilla Firefox. So it is browser independent as well. The system now also comes with inbuilt analytics. So operation analytics is now taken care of in the system itself in the SAP S4HANA. So you don't need to have a separate data warehousing and then pull out reports from that data warehousing, so that you will not get real-time reports. All that is gone now. So operation analytics is now part of the S4HANA system. Now, S4HANA also comes with certain kinds of simulations and predictions and certain use cases, and also comes with inbuilt workflow collaboration tool as well. So over and above, whatever you have a standard, you could always configure workflows in the system, so that if there is a maker checker kind of a concept, so you could have one person to create a transaction, one person to approve it. So the workflow is inbuilt within the system, right? And coming to the fag end part of it, how could enterprise accelerate the value creation at your place? So one is the capability part, and with this capability, what is the outcome for you, right? So the capability, as we talked about, you have now visibility across your organization. You may have your organizational departments working in silos, but now with an intelligent suite, you have the visibility across departments. Now you have the focus to direct your resources to doing key things, because a lot of processes are now automated, and of course the agility to respond to business changes is of course there. The outcome is that you could do a lot more with your current set of employees. You could have your current set of employees do more and more innovation, try to come out with better outcomes, etc. And that's where you could also try and invest in newer business models and revenue stream. So just to give an example, one of our customers who was into manufacturing of air compressors, this is in Europe, and they were initially manufacturing and selling the air compressors. So over a period of time, what they saw was that their service revenue is increasing more. That's because of the analytics that they got from SAP system. They understood that I could sell this as a service. So their service revenue now started to grow, because they now got the input from the system saying that not only product sales, but also service sales is a bigger revenue that you're getting. That's where the outcomes lie when it comes to intelligent enterprise, and how it can accelerate your value creation on the whole, right? So with that, I think I'm pretty much done with my presentation. So with what the typical digital technological trends evolving, how SAP has evolved over a period of years to innovate in this particular space. And then we talked about the intelligent enterprise story, where we talked about the intelligent enterprise core, the digital core, and the set of applications, the digital platform, and the innovation technologies of AI ML, and how these could give more value to your business. Right. So with that, I think I'm towards the end. I'll hand it over to Balaji, who's our partner from ADS Technologies, who'll take you through the presentation. As I said, please feel free to chat, put in your questions on the chat box. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Over to you, Balaji.
Thank you, Indo. Am I audible?
Yes, Balaji. If you can just go on slideshow mode before starting.
Well, my name is Balaji Parthakudi, and I head the SAP practice here in ADS Technologies. So for the next 20 minutes, I'll be taking you through the details of S4HANA. Okay, right. So my screen is visible there. Yeah. Well, now, I'll give a small introduction about ADS Technologies, and I will also introduce some S4HANA modules and its capabilities, and how ADS and SAP have engaged in delivering this solution, and what are the S4HANA value proposition. Well, we did here most of it from Indu, but I will also develop on it again. And what are our differentiation? We also have some case studies. And finally, we will open up for the question and answers. I should be taking around 20 to 25 minutes, and I will try to keep it well within that. Well, EDS is incorporated in 1994, and it's a Bangalore headquartered company. It has been in the business of enterprise engineering solutions and as well as enterprise solutions for more than 2 decades. We have alliances with world leaders like SAP, Dassault Systems, Autodesk, and we also had other things which we'll see later. EDS is built on 4 pillars: innovation, technology, quality, and timeliness. So we have excelled in all this over a period of time. We have offices in 13 locations across India, and our customer base is more than 1,500 across engineering and enterprise solution space. Our customers are in automotive, heavy engineering, aerospace, mining, electronics, and consumer goods, and we do have others too, but these are our main focus. And our consultants are very strong in the area of design, manufacturing, finance functions, customer relationship management, human capital management, and we also have a pretty strong software development and consulting team here. We have served various industry verticals, as I mentioned, aerospace, industrial equipment, transportation and mobility, energy, high-tech, life science, marine and offshore, customer goods and retail, natural resources, financial and business services, architecture, engineering and construction, consumer packaged goods and retail. So we have served all these verticals in our journey. Some of our global customers who are in India, there's only a partial customer. We have done for Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Toyota Kirloskar, Renault, Airbus, Boeing, Textron, Computer Science, CSC Corporate, India Limited, GE, Honeywell, Lear Automotive, to name a few here. And especially in the SAP space, we have catered to various customers, and among them, we have done end-to-end implementation, we have done module implementation, we are onto specific solutions, custom development, and many things like that. So for Butterfly, we have done PLM implementation. For AIA engineering, we have done PLM implementation, and for other things, yeah, we have covered SAP services by and large in all the areas. I'll now take you through the SAP S4HANA modules. The business scope which gets covered, in fact, Indu did mention about the S4HANA introduction, but what I'll be talking more about is on the business scope of sales and marketing, supply chain, manufacturing, procurement, and I'll also be touching upon research and development, asset management, services, finance, human resource, and cross topics. SAP is organized in these line of businesses. Now, the current suite is 1809, and this has got the digital core, which has got all the functions as mentioned in the middle here. And each of these functions are also supported by various other complementary products along with the digital core. Like in sales and marketing, we have C4HANA. In finance, we have Concur and Ariba. In manufacturing, we have manufacturing execution, manufacturing intelligence, QIM, quality issue management, visual enterprise, likewise. So, in that way, SAP has got its own product which complements the core and extends the functionality to various other functions. Now, sales and marketing, I will slightly be more deep on sales and marketing and sourcing, procurement, supply chain, and manufacturing, whereas on the other things, I will just develop on it slowly. Right? Some of the new innovations that we have seen in SAP S4HANA for the solution space, sales space, sorry, is it has gone more intelligent in various things, like predictions for sales to quotation to order conversion rate. We have this machine learning ability, which has been incorporated in that. And then we have fulfillment status, which can be easily seen. And then we can also see the delays in sales, order delivery, and we also have some embedded Salesforce support. It has also got a lot of analytics. Analytics was always there, but then here in this case, order to cash process efficiency has increased because of a lot of process analytics here. On top of it, we also have this openness and extensibility, which can extend to third-party Salesforce solutions too. There are other unique products like Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Commerce Cloud, which fits on top of it too. Now, Salesforce support is a very important function here, which can reduce sales, general, and administrative expenses. This supports in the lead, opportunity, account, and quotation management. And we also have reduced the footprint of master data in the sales space. Earlier, it was a lot of independent master data, but now all these are unified. In the sales order and contract management, we have the contract and sales order processing, where all the agreements and other things are kept at one place now. So it is very convenient for any of the users to get into one place and see all the sales and contract order, contract processing part of it. We also have natural language processing, which can track the sales order very clearly now. Earlier, these things were not available for us. Sales order fulfillment, this is something where the real-time inventory information and customer satisfaction also comes into. Now, that is well catered in S4HANA. So end of the day, the value proposition is it has increased on the on-time delivery, and customer satisfaction has increased and reduced a lot of sales, general, and administrative expenses. Billing and revenue management is something which has also taken very good shape in S4HANA. Consolidated billing and invoicing for bundle is a good thing that has happened. And on the subscription billing too, we have some native Fiori applications which simplifies the administration of standard billing apps. So this is a very good value addition that has come in S4. The revenue management for the digital business has also increased here. This has now gone with digital payments, SAP digital payments, both for subscription as well as consolidated billing, where MasterCard, Visa, all these are supported. So, in turn, what has happened is the days has reduced. I mean, the sales outstanding days has reduced. The billing staff productivity has increased. Revenue loss due to underbilling that has reduced, and billing accuracy has improved because of good billing and revenue management solution. Settlements, returns, and analytics is another part of it, where the claims, the rebate, especially the partner settlements, all these are now much more streamlined in S4HANA. We do have additional intelligent solutions which complement this in terms of convergent media by digital route for high volume data processing, and what if scenarios to identify areas of focus with interactive dashboards, and with embedded reports and real-time content and advanced analytical tools with SAP Sales Cloud platform. Right. So the proposition here again is it has improved gross margin, it has increased customer satisfaction, efficiency, effectiveness of sales rebate programs have improved, and then the sales analytics have taken much more shape here. So in a nutshell, I should say that SAP S4HANA sales and marketing module has completely taken care right from the account and contact management till returns and then auto fulfillment like that. So it covers literally all facets of sales and marketing here. The next one where I want to talk about is on the supply chain, where the new innovations like the prediction of a stock in transit arrival. This is one thing which has helped the warehouse managers effectively. There are pre-built set of KPIs which support some analytics, robust analytics for the business scenarios, and there is also real-time inventory. One of the main things that any of the supply chain executive looks for is a real-time inventory. Advanced ATP that is available to promise, as the sales executive plan for their deliveries. It's also the duty of the supply chain executives to give a clear picture about what's available there within the company. Demand-driven MRP is something which most of the companies are pretty much looking for now, because of its, earlier this used to be a very complicated process where MRP was run separately sometime during the nights. Now these things can happen well real time. So warehouse management, which was extremely tough earlier in other solutions too, has now improved dramatically. Transportation management, where end-to-end transportation management is covered in S4HANA. MRP, which was not at all there, which was happening during off-peak hours, is now live because of the powerful HANA database. We also have what if and scenario planning situations, which sits on top of the supply chain solution provided by S4HANA. Now, enabling digital business planning by demand management and insights, sales, inventory, and operation planning, response and supply management are some of the features which S4HANA provides very effectively. There is visibility in changes in demand without waiting for lengthy batch processes. Then there is demand-driven business planning processes. Then we have harmonized MRP processes for all material, which includes both unconstrained and advanced constraint-based planning. Now, what has this helped is it has reduced the supply chain planning cost. It has improved demand forecast accuracy. It has also reduced days in inventory and then inventory carrying cost with reduction in revenue loss due to stock outs. There are additional intelligent suite solutions which sits on top of S4HANA, which provides much higher capabilities too. Warehouse management, as I mentioned, has improved a lot in this because of simplification in the landscape. And then transportation management covers end-to-end processes such as capacity management planning, collaboration, execution, transportation, charge management, and settlement in one system. This always used to be a different system before. Now all these are unified. The logistic network, which was not visible before, is all coming in one platform. So this helps in backorder processing with intuitive selection and ranking of demand to establish order priorities. And then there are these SAP Fiori apps, which does all this backorder processing setup, and then result monitoring, and then changes before release for every order. Right. So what's the value proposition here again? There's a reduction in warehouse management cost. There's an improvement in average space utilization rate. Then there is a reduction in the transportation spend, improve on-time delivery performance, and reduction in revenue loss due to recall or compliance issues. So warehouse management, transportation management, and logistic networks, which works in tandem, has significantly improved in S4HANA. Right. So the bottom line here, supply chain covers right from inventory, warehousing, shipping and transportation, and order promising. So not only it's internal thing, but it's also external for the sales executive to go and project back to the customers. Right. Manufacturing is something which has always been focused in SAP, and in S4HANA, this has improved much more. But in terms of doing much better planning, available to promise has improved terribly. And then manufacturing orchestration, which includes production control, manufacturing execution, subcontracting, external processing, repetitive, everywhere we find tremendous improvement coming in here because of quick availability of data and insights. Inventory and warehouse management, yeah, this is also covered a lot. And quality management. Quality management, we always had this, but here in this again, because of all the analytics coming into picture, this has given very good insights. Some of the pain points which manufacturing industries always faced was, in terms of how does the bill of material from engineering come to manufacturing, and whether it will be synced. So certain connectivities between the engineering and manufacturing has helped to bring in those things too. The other part of it is the planning part, where every time that when MRP was run, this used to take a lot of time. Now, because of S4HANA database, everything is sitting at one place, and the MRP can be run real time at any time too, not once, many times in a day. So from engineering to manufacturing execution, we have various tools like manufacturing execution, MII, global track and trace, digital manufacturing cloud. So all this, along with this plant connectivity, has increased right from the machine till the manufacturing execution stage. So there are various tools which keeps everything together and eases the work now. So again, in a nutshell, the business capability includes material requirement planning and production scheduling to production control, execution, processing, repetitive manufacturing, Kanban, manufacturing analytics, and literally everything is covered now in S4HANA. Sourcing and procurement, we have seen a lot of improvements again here. There's a central procurement where organizations can carry procurement centrally with single point of access and visibility to all purchasing documents. Then the other one which really excites many of the customers is supplier managed inventory. There is this Ariba supply chain collaboration for buyers, along with which integrates seamlessly and transparently for effective collaboration. So this has improved the sourcing and procurement stream very much of late. So strategy, sourcing and contract management, procurement analytics, though it goes side by side with supply chain, has got its own benefit here in S4HANA too. So there's embedded predictive analytics, there's out-of-the-box analytics for contracts that manages purchasing contract, and then there's also this native integration with Ariba sourcing solutions. So Ariba as well as S4HANA works together to deliver an extremely powerful solution here. Procure to pay, is now more or less digital. It has gone really digital with S4HANA. Everything now is seamless, and then it depends on all the rules that we set, the approval workflows, and for all the unplanned materials, everything. It's pretty simple as compared to as it was before earlier. Right. Invoices and payable management, which there was some reduction. The processing has now reduced. The output management, adoption, and creation of supplier invoices have also increased pretty well. So the bottom line is it has increased supplier discount captured, and then reduced procurement function cost, and it has also reduced inventory invoice processing cycles now. Right. Supplier management and supplier chain collaboration has improved in this. Now we have flexible configuration of weighing and scoring each criteria. And then we have KPI-based real-time monitoring of supplier evaluation, which also includes quality management. Now, on the supplier chain collaboration, the goods in transit, and then the availability of goods receipt, and then the transparency between the partners to identify and address issues within transit tracking has tremendously improved. So this also works on any of the B2B network in a very intelligent way. And when it comes to integration with Leonardo, it also gives real-time status information on order shipment, and then there's a lot of network intelligent data and insight associated with supply chain. So in turn, it has increased the number of suppliers whose performance is tracked and measured. The time to market has become faster, and the inventory, fewer days in keeping the inventories now. Right. So digital external procurement and guidelines. So if you see here, everywhere we can see a digital transformation happening through S4HANA. There's a guided buying, there's a service procurement happening, external workforce management. In most of the places now are going for some kind of an external workforce management where field glass solution along with SAP HANA has improved, and then given a lot of integrations for invoices to come in. So in turn, there is an improvement in the spend management, and there is collaborative sourcing savings has increased. I mean, a lot of reduction in invoices with exceptions for services and external workforce, improvement in user compliances, percentage of total external workforce, right? So in terms of external procurement, yeah, there has been a lot of improvement in S4HANA sourcing and procurement space. So the capabilities has started. I mean, it goes right from the operational procurement to sourcing and contract management, and invoice management, and supplier management and procurement analytics. So it covers end-to-end processes for sourcing and procurement. I will not take too much on the research and development part, because here again, SAP is well integrated with R&D. Not many products do that, but as far as SAP is concerned, yes, it has done that, and S4HANA has performed really well in this too. Asset management, where a lot of enterprise asset, the maintenance management is a big issue, and then now with S4HANA, everything is now streamlined, and you get real-time analytics of what's happening. In fact, it also gets associated with a lot of other tools and intelligent network to provide real-time status of equipments which are too far off from the sites too. Customer service, again, we have a lot of improvement here. This again goes well with the sales and marketing stream. It works in tandem again with the sales and marketing team. Yeah. Core finance has improved tremendously. One of the reasons why everywhere we can see improvement is the less number of data maintenance here. The whole architecture has been redesigned in such a way that there is less data footprint across the system. So it's a maximization of available information to give better results. So for finance, I mean, in fact, S4HANA first started with the core finance itself, and then started expanding into other areas. So this finance piece is well established now and performing very well. Human resource has got one part of it, which is the core, and then there is a connectivity with success factors. Success factors is the cloud model which has all the other data, and it integrates seamlessly with S4HANA. Now, on the cross topics, yeah, we have various other things like asset information governance, and then legal content management, and then there's responsibility management. So now each of it is a big topic by itself, but yeah, what it means here is everything is supported in this. In terms of any migrations from any other system to S4HANA, yeah, it's a very well-defined process and predictable. So, so what's the value proposition here? Now, I mean, though we talked about the value proposition of individual modules, but on the whole, there's no, I mean, individual batch processing. There's good data reconciliation, and then we can discover and respond to future opportunities and challenges pretty quickly. Explore the impact of business decisions on outcome in other simulations. User experience has improved tremendously. There is less data footprint by this HANA database. User satisfaction has improved because of less waiting time. Redundancy can happen to any level. There is a built-in data-driven decision support system, which time and again the system recommends. Maximize throughput and speed, and then a native integration to SAP solution. And in-memory analytics, I mean, in-memory technology has given a lot of embedded analytics to this. So how ADS technologists and SAP are engaged is, how the engagement model between us is we align with the executives, and then we do a value discovery. It can be right on the intelligent enterprise or on the S4HANA, and then we come out with solutions and migration plans based on various factors. I mean, detailing the values, the potential cost, time frame, and ROI. So we do a value discovery in depth, and then we check the execution readiness, and then we deliver it. So it's a joint exercise done by ADS and SAP. ADS also has got our own package called as discrete power package, which covers a lot of core functions, and then individual things like the finance, logistics, project systems, plant maintenance, and engineering package. Everywhere it is predictable, and we have delivered it within this timelines too. So how does S4HANA fit in? It has got three different types. One is a cloud platform, which is with the public. The other is a private one, and third is an on-premise one. So now each of us has got its own positive things here, and it is up to the customer to decide which one they want to choose. Now, this S4HANA is already available in the cloud application library, and it takes just 2 hours to host it. When you're doing it in the cloud, and it takes just 2 days if you're deploying it on any physical hardware. So there is the software which is available, the configurations are in place, and you also have sample data and demo scenarios which the users can quickly see and then start adapting this system to them. Now, what does EDS do here? On the enterprise solution, we do S4 implementation, which is on the cloud and on-premise. We also do migrations from ECC, and we also do on-premise to cloud migrations. We were still doing the ECC6 implementation for the customers who have implemented other modules, and they're looking for a few more modules to be implemented. We also do annual maintenance service here. On the technical side, yeah, we have mobility solutions, the custom development, solution manager implementation, operating system and database migration, and then disaster recovery installations. Our unique offerings are, we do SAP CAD integration, and we do PLM integration, and we also do SAP PLM implementations too. So some of our case studies here, I'm taking very few case studies here. This is for one of the sheet metal component manufacturer whose challenges was they had some their own ERP system, which was lacking functionality and features, and were unable to handle the scalability here. So, and it was also not integrated with any other thing. So now there is a single source of truth. The information is available at their fingertips, and there is a lot of improvement in their process cycle times and reduction in terms of inventory, labor, and capital. So this was a complete implementation in S4HANA. Another case study is about bringing something from the cloud to on-premise. Now, this was one more challenge which we handled it successfully and delivered it well within time. Right. So how are we different? We have some of the highly experienced ERP professionals in all SAP modules and have put in a lot of years in their respective domains and have implemented ERP in various verticals. And our specialization is more on the discrete and process industry. We have a number of clients in discrete industry where we have provided services in implementation, migration, and enhancements. And as a SAP license and implementation partner, we get support from SAP on any product issue also too. Our unique proposition is the SAP PLM capabilities, where we are one of the very few who in India are capable of integrating SAP PLM across.